greeting, Mr. and Mrs. North and South America, and all the ships and clippers at sea. Let's go to France, flash.
People of Western Europe.
D-Day has come. Early this morning, the Allies began the assault on the northwestern face of Hitler's European fortress. Under the command of General Eisenhower, Allied naval forces, supported by strong air forces, began landing Allied armies this morning on the northern coast of France.
The last action in this offensive was the battle for Saint-Lô.
So a great force exploded toward Mortagne, hoping at Avranches to achieve...
Following the initial crossings of the right frontier, First Army units attacked Siegfried Line fortification. Infantry troops pressed forward, supported by intensive cover fire.
This is the frontier town of Aachen, the first to fall under the full weight of Allied military might.
Stemming von Rundstedt's drive into Belgium, Yank troops move up against heavy German counterattacks. Thousands of these heroic men held grimly to their positions in the face of murderous fire until their comrades opened a corridor from the south.
The first weeks in March saw Allied armies driving eastward to the Rhine, from Nijmegen down to the borders of Alsace. Near Geldern in the northern Rhineland, Vessel Pocket is closed, as an American infantry division and Tommies of the 53rd Welsh Division...
And meanwhile, the British and American armies surge on to Magdeburg on the Elbe. And now, the British, the American, and the Red Armies begin the last battles with a common front in a broken and dismembered Germany.
Yesterday morning at 2:41 a.m. at General Eisenhower's headquarters, General Jodl, the representative of the German High Command, signed the act of unconditional surrender of all German land, sea, and air forces in Europe to the Allied expeditionary forces. Today is Victory in Europe Day. Long live the cause of freedom.
Throughout the world, throngs of people hail the end of the war in Europe. A grateful nation gives thanks for victory.
World War II ended 70 years ago this summer. Many of Tennessee's returning soldiers were members of the highly decorated U.S. Army 30th Infantry Division. They had fought their way across Europe, but once home, all they wanted was to put the war behind them and to get on with their lives. 2 years went by before the men of the 30th were ready to reunite, see their comrades in arms, remember, reminisce, and perhaps even celebrate. And so, on August 28, 1947, Nashville, Tennessee became the location for the very first reunion of these battle-hardened defenders of freedom. More than 2,000 people attended, and they filled every hotel room in the city. The event began with a motorcade of veterans and their families, led by a police and highway patrol escort. The entourage departed Memorial Square for the Hermitage, historic home of President Andrew Jackson, in whose honor the 30th had been given the name the Old Hickory Division. Had it not been for the generosity of the Tennessean newspaper and the grateful citizens of Nashville and Middle Tennessee, that first reunion might never have happened. But it did, beginning an annual tradition that lasted 68 years. And this summer, the summer of 2015, the Old Hickory Division returned to Nashville for its final gathering. Although fewer than a dozen of the old soldiers made it to this bittersweet last reunion, the city of Nashville and the state of Tennessee once again showed an outpouring of gratitude and respect for these veterans, these Tennessee warriors, shining examples all of the greatest generation. We were standing then, as we are now, as we deliver them one last salute.